now is the OTA, the other transaction authorities. We've got Army, Navy, and Air Force in here. There are a lot of consortia that have, and they're not pulling SBIR, STPR money. They're pulling program money or money from some other kind of color. I mean, the military has got all different colors of money, right? SBIR, STPR is just one of those. But in each of these consortia, there's an opportunity for the military to be able to go back to the consortia and say, hey, we're interested in this. Often that this is something that has been introduced to them by a Raytheon or a Lockheed or even a small business. And they're interested in it. They would like to procure it. They have found funds for it. And so they can go through this other transaction authority and actually get on contract quite quickly. Why do I bring this up for a small business? Well, because each one of these procurements is required to have a non-traditional small business involved in it. And they're supposed to have a significant role. Significant has never been defined by anybody, but at the same time, it's certainly more than 1%, right? It's a significant role in each of these procurements. So I would encourage you to look at these, a consortia. Sometimes you can join one of these and they'll actually give you access to 3 or 4 of them. It's a great contract vehicle. It's not necessarily a catcher's mitt just to gather in all kinds of money from people sending you opportunities all the time, although they do send opportunities out, but they're typically annual opportunities, sometimes more than that, but not too much. But it gives you opportunity to build a relationship with somebody at NavAir or NavC or somewhere, and for them to say, you know, well, I've got an OTA, an open OTA right now. Maybe we could work, you know, get you to work with Lockheed, and let's see if we can't get a team put together in order to provide this capability to us. So, and the membership in the OTAs are quite humble. They're like $500 a year. So I would really encourage you to take a look at these. I've listed Army, Air Force, Navy, but there are others. There are other transaction authorities out there as well. So go search that and see what you can find. All right, I'm gonna turn this back over to Bob now. Thank you.
All right, sure. Thanks, Randy. All right, so we wanted to touch on some state funding opportunities for a moment. First up is the Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. Now, these are actually administered by the DLA, so they're federally administered, but they have offices in each state. And if you're going to work through a PTAC, you'll want to work through the one that's in your state. PTACs are great about the background contractual logistics related to getting federal funding turned on. So, getting registrations completed, getting FAR clauses interpreted, things like that. They're not so much about finding the funding, but helping you through the contracting process. Once you found the funding. So these are another good resource. There's more to it than that, but you just want to look at the individual PTAC within your state and see what they offer and how to best utilize that. And here we have a couple of links to some of the PTAC state locations. State procurement agencies. Now this may be a little bit lower on the list, lower on the priority list, because most everyone here on the call is mostly about developing high-tech products. State procurement agencies are those buying things for the state. So there may be things that you have products in your pipeline or even services that you provide that might be relevant to your state. So these are some these are the procurement agencies for all of the states, and so you can go look at there. They also have published solicitations, RFQs and things like that. So if you have products and services that are ready for commercial release, this might be another place to look. And then finally, and this does touch back on SBIR funding, but it's another underutilized resource, and that is the state matching funds for SBIR contracts. So a lot of states have matching funds for either phase 1, phase 2. Some of them also have funding for phase 0 support. It's phase 0 support, which is for helping with writing proposals and things like that. So this link here takes you to a PDF document that lists. I would like to see all of them, but Virginia is not listed on that PDF. So, but we work with VPIC here in Virginia quite a bit, but they also do provide matching funds for phase 0 proposal support. And then commercial and private. So here, we're not talking about VC or that type of investment. We're talking about, large organizations, either on the defense side or some other industry lead, like in the energy sector, that provide some type of funding for small businesses. Some of these are dilutive, some of these are non-dilutive, but there are several of them out there. I listed just a couple here. But we should have a little green thumbs up here because we've helped folks in both of these areas. The Solar Game Changer is a non-dilutive competition for obviously energy-related technology. Lockheed Martin, of course, is in the defense sector. And the ExxonMobil has some opportunities like this, and there are others out there as well. This is just another area to look into. If you are targeting a specific industry, find who are the main players in that industry, and then just look for funding opportunities for small business, from those lead industries. So some action items here moving forward. So some of these can be pursued under TABA projects. We're working with quite a few clients right now under TABA projects, which are funded by SBIR, and we're utilizing that to find non-SBIR funding opportunities for those technology. We can also help if we don't have an active SBIR contract or a TABA contract. We can certainly work outside of that, going at supporting capture management and proposal development. Randy does an awful lot of proposal development, not just SBIRs, but a lot of other contract vehicles as well. But then also we can facilitate looking for reach back opportunities. Again, if you're working with us, we can put your historical SBIR award data into our database, and then utilize that to quickly match your prior expertise with future opportunities or current opportunities. And then coming soon, we're coming out with our op notes, which is I don't like to use the term newsletter because newsletter to me sounds like a time sink, but our op notes are going to be a succinct periodic publication of some key opportunities that we think might be relevant to our subscribers. So keep your eyes open for that. I promise you it will not be a long-winded newsletter. It'll be actionable and useful. So thank you again for your time this afternoon. And if there are any questions, we'll go ahead and take those now.